Good day, everybody. Today I'm doing a short video on the preview, unboxing, and maybe even the installation of an FX6 Fluval filter that I bought for this tank here. This is my 75-gallon Cichlid tank. I've got 22 baby, well, not exactly babies, but they're between 2 and 3 inch cichlids in this tank. And I wanted to get a better filter for it. Right now I have a 306 on there, which would probably do right now when they're small, but when these cichlids get bigger I'm going to need more filtration. So I picked up an FX6 and I'm going to do the unboxing, preview, and maybe even the installation. So come back in the next part of the video. I'll start the unboxing. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to do the unboxing of the FX6 Fluval filter. Came in a pretty large box. I did get some extra stuff for it. I got some extra media for it. Gonna put lots of media in it. 3 boxes of media, some extra pads to put in it, and a power bar to hook it up. Okay, there it is there. FX6. It's rated for a 400 US gallon aquarium, but I'm putting it on a 75, but no such thing as too much filtration. Next part of the video I'll have all the parts out and give you a look at all the parts. Okay, in this part of the video I want to show you a few items on the unit itself. That's the drain plug down there, which you can drain your tank to a sink or a toilet if you want to drain it. The top, these are the clamps around the outside. There's 2, 4, 6, looks like about 8 of those. These dials on the top of the FX6 are just a reminder of when you cleaned it last time. So you can set it for when you cleaned it, and then you can tell when you're going to clean it the next time. This is where your connectors go on the top of the unit, and then your hoses run from here. Just to let you know, to fit underneath your cabinet, if you're putting it underneath your fish tank into a cabinet, you're going to need at least 22 inches. I measured the unit, and you're going to need, I measured up to the top, you're going to need at least 22 inches to fit it underneath a cabinet. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to show you a few of the parts that came with it. This is your hose for connecting up the intake and the outtake. There's 13 feet here, so that gives you 6.5 feet each side, depending on your size of your aquarium. Mine's not that big, so it'll fit on there no problem. That's your connectors for the top of the unit. This is your drain hose. The unit has a drain plug at the bottom, so you can drain your tank also if you wanted to go that way. This is your intake that goes on the side of the aquarium. Nice big intake on it. These are your connectors for the top of the tank. The hose fits over the top, goes into the tank. And it came with a couple of hose clamps and a few extra parts there. Now the unit itself, I haven't popped the top off yet, but in the next part of the video I'll show you what's inside the filter. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to show you the spray nozzle that came with the unit. This goes inside your aquarium, mounted that way. These are adjustable. You can turn these to adjust in your tank whichever way you want it. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to show you the baskets. To lift it out of the unit, there's two red handles. You just lift them up a bit and you can lift the whole thing out of the unit. And then these pop off, letting you separate the baskets. Now I'm going to show you what's inside the baskets. They have sponges in them. There's two sponges on each shelf. And the top one here has two black ones in here, two sponges. They're coarse sponges. And in the bottom shelf they give you one fine sponge. So you can put those wherever you want. The baskets are really big. You can put a lot of media in there. They give you 2 bags of the media. This stuff is really good. The stuff I bought before didn't look like this, but this is really coarse. This is very good stuff they give you. There's 2 bags of this. And I bought some extra media to put in it because 2 bags is not going to be enough. I bought some extra ones. This one's called Clear Max I bought. This has to go into a bag. I'm sure they give you the bags inside here. I bought some fine pre-filter media. And I also bought some ammonia remover. This stuff, they give you 3 bags with it, so you can just put one in the shelf or whatever you want to do. With the unit itself, they give you some little small bags for putting some media in if you want. Looks like there's at least 2 in here, maybe 3. So that's the inside of the unit. There's lots of sponge area. Sponges that go inside. Lots of room in the baskets to fill it up with media. It's going to be a very good unit when I get it put together. So in the next part of the video, I'll show you the baskets with the media installed. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to show you the trays filled with media. This one here, I filled up the bottom with the media that came with it. And I put a bag of the Clear Max on top. This one here, I put my some media in the bottom. And a bag of the ammonia remover that I bought separately. Put that on top. These baskets are not full. You can put a lot more media if you wanted to in these baskets. They hold, what is it, 5.9 liters of media total. I haven't got them full, but they'll do for now. This basket here, what I done is I put all the sponges that they gave you, and I put an extra sponge that I bought. This blue one here I bought extra. It's a very fine one. I bought a box of these. There's 3 in here. You just have to use one at a time. They're for an FX6, but they also fit the FX6. It's the same. The baskets are the same. So like I said, I put one of the sponges that they gave me. That's the coarse one. Then I got a fine one that they gave you. And I've got the extra one that I bought. So this one's just filled with sponges. Media's in these 2. They're not quite full of media, but they'll do. They suggest not to leave a ½ inch at the top. So you fill it up to halfway down, ½ an inch from the top. And then the baskets all fit together. They all fit together like that. And like that. And then you put your red clamps on. Just like that. And you're ready to go. Okay, here's a bit of the installation that you have to do on the FX6. So on these connectors for the top of the unit, the hoses, you just cut them in, it comes in 13 feet. So I just cut them in half to start with, and then you have 2 clamps to put on the hoses. So you put the clamp over top of this white connection, and then you slip it on to this thing here, tighten the clamp, and then it fits on the top of the unit. I've got one installed on this side already. There's a button on the side of it. You just slip it down over it, hold the button in, make sure you get it down all the way, and release the button. So that's the other side installed. This is the outtake, which runs up to the back of the tank. And now I'm going to put this one on. This is your intake, which goes on this side. You just push the button and slide it down over top of the unit, and that's it. And then you run the hose up to the back. And then next part of the video, I'll show you the connections for at the top where it goes into the aquarium. So at the back of the tank, you run the hose around these brackets here. They've got 3 clamps on here, 3 of them. So you run the hose around this thing here, and then you pop a clamp on the beginning, in the middle, and on this side. And this is the bracket that hangs over the top of the aquarium. Okay, so here's how the hose comes up from the back of the tank. You run it up through the back, and it goes around this loop here. You put a clamp and another clamp at the top, and then inside the tank you would put the 3rd clamp to hold the hose in. And then your nozzle, your spray nozzle, would just go on the end of it. Okay, so here's a shot of the nozzle, the spray nozzle inside the tank. You'll have to cut your hose wherever you, about 1 inch past where it turns there. You have to leave about 1 inch that goes inside the nozzle. And then you put the nozzle on, and then you put the 3rd clamp on. So it's not that difficult to do. Just got to make sure you cut it in the right place, because you don't get a second chance. Okay, I'm back. I just put the intake in the water. This side is the same as the other side. It hooks up the same way. You just leave about 1 inch or 2 of the hose down, because the intake has a telescopic attachment on it, so it goes down about between 1 foot and 2 feet. It telescopes out. So this hooks up the same way as your outtake, and I'll show you a little bit of the how the flow is. It's amazingly strong. You can adjust these down into the water so you don't have as much spray on the top, but it's very powerful. You can have it above, below, whatever you want. It's very, very powerful. One other thing I wanted to point out, because when I turned the unit on, I noticed a little bit of a leak at the bottom of these connectors on the top. So I unplugged the unit again. You have to make sure you shove these all the way down. I had just a tiny gap there, and there was a little bit of water coming out. So I shut it off, pushed the button on the side, and shoved it down. It went down another 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So you have to watch you get these all the way down, otherwise you're going to have a small leak. But other than that, the installation is complete. It's working great. The dials on the top, those are used to let you know when you clean the filter out last. That's all those are for. You can set the date that you clean the media. So that's the installation, and it's working great on the tank. I'll probably give you an update in a week or two, let you know how it's working. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.